Oh, man, we got the one and only senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, Bishop Joseph Walker. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. I hope you're having a great day. It's going to be a great week, and I'm so grateful to be a part once again. And I just want somebody to know today, man, that when you think about all the things that you have to deal with and go through, you have to come to a place in your life, man, where you realize that God's hand has always been a part of your life. Sometimes we go through things and we have amnesia. We begin to forget all that God has done. What I've learned to do is I've learned to file it away. Every time God does something for me, I file it away so that whenever I go through it again, I can go back to what I call my faith file, pull out the document and say, you know what? If God did it back then, God can do it again. And we despise sometimes the process of having to actually go through some things. There was one day, there was a man who had gone into his pastor complaining about he was going through problems on his job. The pastor said, hallelujah. He looked crazy at the pastor. He started talking about going through problems on my job, problems at my home, problems in my health, and problems in my money. And every time the pastor kept saying, hallelujah. He said, but now, pastor, I came in and told you I was going through all that. Why would you say hallelujah versus feel sorry for me? The pastor said, you did say you were going through. See, sometimes we got to just thank God that we're going through it and we're not in it to stay. God brought you through before, he'll bring you through again. So, hey, keep your head up and keep on remembering. If you're alive right now listening to me, that means you've already come through some things. If God did it then, he can do it all over again.
All right, man. Bishop Joseph Walker, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, and our presiding bishop of Full Gospel. Bishop Walker, let everybody know how you can be reached and how they can follow you.
Hey, all right, everybody. I want you to follow me on Instagram at Joseph Walker 3. That's Joseph Walker, the number 3. And let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
There it is. All right, Bishop Walker. Love you, man.
Love you too, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, Bishop, when the last time you heard the coordination? Remember that?
Wow.
Yes, sir. We're going a little old school right here. This is going to be great right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Got your front page right here. What up? Maria, good morning. Brought to you by, I'm sorry.
It's brought to you by Reach Media, man. Cabins are moving fast for the Tom Joyner Foundation. Fantastic Voyage selling 2023 on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Don't miss the boat. Go to fantasticvoyage2023.com today for details. Maria.
Rock T, good morning. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Monday morning headlines. President Biden will meet with Hurricane Fiona victims and is expected to announce $60 million in infrastructure funding for Puerto Rico. A White House official says the president will participate in a community service project to help pack bags with food and other essential items and thank officials working around the clock to help Puerto Rico recover and rebuild. In other news, a new study shows that people over 65 years old who have had COVID are 80% more likely to develop Alzheimer's within a year of being infected. Lastly, experts believe white-collar jobs are at risk in the next recession. Tech and financial jobs saw uncommon growth during the pandemic, but economists now fear companies in these sectors will be hit hardest during an anticipated potential recession in 2023. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
A little football recap over the weekend. Sunday night football last night. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How about them Dallas Cowboys? They beat Washington. Hey, listen, man, I'm just putting it out there. Is there going to be a quarterback controversy between Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush of the Cowboys?
Yep.
It's brewing. It's brewing. Dak's gonna have a great chance to kind of earn and get his spot and eliminate any kind of questions about being a controversy for a quarterback position. But we'll see, man. It's always fun to talk about it. Atlanta Falcons beat Cleveland. Monday Night Football tonight. The Rams versus the 49ers. College football. There was only one game that was really worth talking about. TCU blowing out OU.
That was crazy.
Yeah, TCU's 4-0, man, so that should put them in the top 25. OU should fall out of it. Alabama did what they were supposed to do against Arkansas. But how about Georgia? That scary moment versus Missouri. They squeaked by them 26-22. So, this college football season, I'm telling you, man, this whole situation with the NIL is leveling the playing field.
Yeah.
I keep telling people, I know this is only year number 2 of it, whatever, but listen, it's gonna level everything out.
Yeah.
That's what I got for sports right about now. Gary with the T, what's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Mackenzie Scott, honey, she is one of the wealthiest women in the world, y'all, with a net worth of $27.9 billion, y'all, as of Friday. Well, recently, Miss Scott, honey, filed for a petition for divorce from her husband, Seattle school teacher Mr. Dan Jewett, honey, after marrying him in California last year. Now, despite her wealth, honey, their divorce will likely be pretty standard and vanilla, according to the family law attorney David Glass, who revealed the filing, y'all, which was submitted to the Washington State's King County Superior Court on Monday. Now, court documents did not confirm, y'all, the presence of a prenuptial agreement between Scott, who she was previously married, y'all, to Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, and they said Jewett, who did not contest the divorce now. But now this woman, I don't think I would even got married, honey. They're saying, however, the former couple agreed, y'all, on the terms of the separation, including what becomes of the marital property and a separation contract. Now, they're saying a separation contract under Washington law is when you say to your spouse, we're going to get divorced and we can work out all the details ourselves. Let's write it up in an agreement and we'll just notify the court that we've figured out everything ourselves, who does not, this guy who doesn't represent these people though. But now they're saying, honey, that Miss McKenzie, this woman, she gave away a lot of money. When she was married to Jeff Bezos, I guess she said, I don't want none of your money no more. I'm giving it all away, honey. They're saying that she gave away billions and millions of dollars. They say she gave away her Beverly Hills estate that was worth $55 million.
Gave it away?
Gave it. They say she gifted her Beverly Hills estate worth $55 million to support the nonprofit California Community Foundation and their affordable housing grant making and immigrant integration program. They say, and in March she donated $436 million to Habitat for Humanity. Then they said that she also donated $2.7 billion to 286 underfunded organizations that fight against wealth inequality. They said, and in December of 2020, they said a team of advisors donated $4.2 billion to organizations across the U.S. that help relief during the COVID-19 pandemic. She gave it away, but I would have never married this man because I wonder how much she got to give him now. They don't have a prenup, so that's... that's when you rich, Ricky. Golly.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
I have me a new husband every 6 months, baby, with all that money.
Jeez,
I wish she was my friend.
Okay.
I'll create a foundation.
Okay.
Mackenzie, give me something here. But anyway, congratulations to Mackenzie, honey. She married a school teacher. So, The color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors, honey. My color of the day, y'all, is scarlet. On the high end, you say scarlet. On the low end, you say blood of Jesus red. That's your color for the day, honey. Brad, what you got in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Jim Jones is calling somebody out. Ballard. And I'm going to tell you who it is up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brad?
What up, Ricky? The hot spot is being brought to you by Urban One. On November 8th, it's time to make a difference. We have a power to make the difference and make real change. Don't sit back. Get out and vote and make your one vote count. Sponsored by Urban One. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tad, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Our boy Jim Jones, y'all, he has set it out for the BET Hip Hop Awards. He done put him on blast, saying that he was not invited to the event. Now, in the IG post, Jim said, I was trying to go to the BET Hip Hop Awards to support my brother at Fat Joe, and this is how BET handled me. And damn, BET, I thought I was going to the hip hop show. He continued, somebody tell Fat Joe I tried. I don't want him to think that I didn't keep my word that I was coming. But BET says, maybe next time. Ooh, tear that place down, Joe. They still talking COVID, but the CDC says ain't no more COVID, LOL. Oh, Lord. Well, I guess I don't know. I didn't see it. It didn't come on yet, but I was looking at the pictures. It didn't look like nobody had on no mask. So, maybe he right. But BET, they don't invite everybody. Sometimes you just gotta get your ticket and go. So I don't know how that goes. Anyway, I wish them the best and I hope they get it squared away because, we love BET and we need their support. They've been supporting all the hip hop artists for years. So hopefully he gets that worked out with them.
Is he still a big star?
Jim Jones, yeah. I mean, he's one of the founders of hip hop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's important in the hip hop industry. Just like Fat Joe, just like all of them. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, y'all, moving on. Fox 11 Los Angeles has reported that the police are still looking for a fourth suspect in connection to PNB Rock's murder. Prosecutors said that the unidentified man was standing outside of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles when PNB and his girlfriend arrived. The man waited outside of the restaurant until Freddie Lee Trone, the father of PNB's alleged 17-year-old killer, arrived. Then the two men were seen having a conversation before Trone left, and he returned with his son, who entered the restaurant and demanded the rapper's jewelry before reportedly shooting him and killing him. In other news, Kodak Black has apologized to PNB Rock's girlfriend, who he blamed for the rapper's death after she shared their location on social media. In an IG live session, Kodak admitted that he was angry at the moment, presumably because he was referring to the news of PNB being shot. He then said he went with what everyone else was saying on social media, but he then offered his apologies to PNB's girlfriend. So that's big. I mean, he didn't have to do that, so I'm kind of glad he did that, because I'm sure she was going through a lot. That was not her fault. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was trying to blame her, and that's not fair. What y'all think?
Yeah, I agree. You know, she's already dealing with the death of the father of her children, so don't make it worse.
Right. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's Joke of the Day. And if you got any questions, is it Dr. MJ call you or is it the wake-up calls? It's the wake-up calls anyway. Hit us up with them wake-up calls, y'all, at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. Oh, Rock T, what is it going to be?
Let's laugh a little bit there, Briggity Tat.
Oh, God, I pray you make me laugh and not cry. All right, y'all, the time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Stop praying now.
All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time for Rock T. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. All right, it better be funny. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Why do hummingbirds hum?
Why?
Because they don't know the words.
That's what we do.
Glad you told me to start praying. Come on, Brad.
That's what we do in church when you don't know the words.
Yeah.
Yield not to temptation. Come on, Gary. He will carry you through. That's what they be doing. Come for strength and he'll give you. He will carry you.
Isn't that amazing? That's what
we do.
Oh,
yeah, the joke wasn't funny, but he didn't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
At least he didn't lie about it. Yes, sir. Every time I see them hummingbirds, I'm in. All right, y'all, we got Dr. MJ Collier coming up next, y'all. 15 before the top of the hour. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. What you got, Brett?
Let me tell you, Ricky, talk about bad timing. Now, breaking into a police station is pretty bold, right? So this guy's timing couldn't have been worse. He showed up at a police facility in Chicago and asked the guard where to go to retrieve some personal property that they supposedly had. Now, it's not clear what the property was, but instead of heading to the police, to the public interest, this dude done walked around the side to the fire escape, climbed up to the 5th floor, big dummy, found the door propped open and went inside. And it turned out that the door led him to a room where there was an active SWAT training drill going on. Now, for some reason, the guy done grabbed 2 guns off the table and pointed them at some cops. Why would he do that? Well, the guns didn't have live ammo, but responding officers fired at him and hit him at least once. Of course, if you point some guns at cops, they gonna shoot you, especially if they in the middle of a training SWAT drill. So he ended up in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and luckily no cops were seriously hurt, but one did suffer a sprained ankle. It turns out the guy did have a long rap sheet. Now, how dumb is this? Is this the world's dumbest criminals or what, y'all?
That's crack and drunk.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah,
You
crack
on
and
bath
usually
salts.
don't do stuff like that, but when they drunk and smoke crack, they say, climb that wall.
Why would you? Yeah, that's so stupid. I don't.
Yeah, that's Wild Irish Rose and crack.
And you grab 2 guns off the table.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
why?
Wild Irish
Like,
Rose made him do that.
right there.
But the crack got him up there on that 5th floor.
Got him up there.
I wonder what the property was that he was trying to retrieve. It must have been really important.
He obviously wasn't trying to. Why would he grab 2 guns off the table? And then why would you point like that? Yeah, you high. You
Maybe
want
he always
something.
wanted to be a cop when he was a little boy, and he got excited.
That's dumb.
Well, he couldn't have been of African descent.
I don't know.
He just got shot one time, Ricky. One
I don't
time,
know
he got
now.
shot one time.
Well, you know what? He did get shot one time. He got a point, Ricky.
Yeah. Well, that remains to be seen. We shall find out, huh?
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Was he a person of color or was he a Caucasian? Hit us up at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Gary, I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 4 minutes after the hour, y'all, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Like many African Americans, y'all, who wants to discover their lineage, y'all, everybody's raving about Portia Williams, y'all, because Portia decided, y'all, to take an ancestry test. And they're saying, y'all, that she happily, y'all, shared her results with the world. Now, Portia celebrated Nigeria's Independence Day, y'all, with a post on Instagram while posing alongside her fiancé, Mr. Simon Guobardia, in a beautiful jewel-tone green floor-length dress. Now, they're saying, honey, in the post, she shared the results, y'all, of her ancestry test with a caption that read, #swipe. Happy Independence Day to Nigeria, my ancestral home. I want to announce that I am officially Nigerian. I am 44% Nigerian, y'all. #Iso Isa, #Eurobia Bride, #Edo Groom, y'all. So everybody was like, okay, honey. So sure enough, y'all, after that announcement, her heritage, Twitter, y'all decided, the black Twitter in particular, honey, decided to get a little upset, y'all. And somebody wrote, well, when I received my ancestry, and it said I was 40% Nigerian, honey, I bought all kind of flags and t-shirts, honey. And then, somebody else went on to say, some other little crazy stuff. But, they said, as previously reported, now this is not the first time, y'all, that, Portia embraced her, husband's heritage, husband's lineage. Now they're saying that Simon gave Portia the Nigerian name of Iso Isa Guobardia back in April, which means, y'all, God's gift. Now they say Portia told 6.9 of her million followers that Simon had been thinking of the right name for her for months, honey. And after hearing the name Iso Isa while in Lagos, Nigeria, he thought it was the perfect fit, y'all. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Have y'all, Ricky, have you ever done your lineage? Cause,
No.
you might be, you ain't never done it?
Not yet.
Cause I haven't done mine, but I think I might be 50% Caucasian, I think.
Oh Lord.
Man.
From the slave master, you never know, what it could be. Y'all ain't never done y'all's?
No, I ain't done mine yet.
No, me neither.
Really? Well, y'all need to check it out, honey, because that's something that we need to know. We need to know where we come from and who we are and stuff. So this is great, honey. Congratulations, honey, to Portia. She found out, her lineage or whatever, that she's have some Nigerian in her. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Oh, everybody's talking about Nick Cannon, y'all. And I know people are real messed. Now, they're saying that Nick Cannon has a bit of explaining to do. Now, they're saying, honey, that there was a mysterious sore on the corner of his mouth. Now, honey, many on social media, said that they were wondering what the mystery sore could be. And I'm looking at it, but
cold sore.
A cold, thank you. A cold sore, what have you. Now, they're saying Nick just welcomed his 10th child into the world on Friday, and he is expecting 4 more children before the year end. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the television host, actor, rapper, and comedian, he began we went through all this stuff, but he began his career as a teenager and blah, 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 and stuff like that. But, you get cold sores in the winter, fall season.
Yeah.
It's like,
Everything ain't herpes.
Exactly. And that's what they kind of trying to
sometimes
say.
it's just a cold sore.
Yeah. So, but what is a cold sore?
I don't know.
A sore you get when it's cold?
I don't know.
I mean, just like any other, I don't know, some kind of little infection that you get sometime, and then people will mistake it for herpes or whatever. But just take your mascara pen and black it out and make it appear as a mole until it
There it is.
But for many people, cold sores are recurring. Like they just come like when the weather changes, stress. It's a lot of things that play into that. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, they need to leave Nick alone, honey, because honey, anyway. All right, I'm going to go to the color. The color today, honey, is one of my favorites. The color today is scarlet. On the high end, you say scarlet, and on the low end, you say beautiful red. That's your color for today.
There it is. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. Gary! All right, 8 minutes after the hour, y'all got your wake-up calls coming up next. Y'all get at me, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 25 minutes after the hour, let's go. Wake up. Oh, gotta get yourself together.
Get it together. You up this morning. You in your house, you so with me. Be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive.
Come on.
Come on. On the show, wanna know where you calling from. So come on.
Wake up.
This is Jackie Beasley from Indianapolis, Indiana, calling to wake up my daughter, Damika Beasley, and my son-in-law, Lovelace Fosu. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, this is Corian calling from Indianapolis. I want to send a wake-up call to DG, Jeremiah, and Katie. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And I'm trying to hit that ATM. I need that $1,000.
I want to wake up Toledo, Ohio. My name is Sheila. Y'all have a good morning. Wake up, wake up. This is Janelle Jones calling from Louisville, Kentucky. Want to wake up my daughter, London, and let her know that I love her. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Brandon Johnson. I'm calling from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm waking up the whole neighborhood. So wake up, wake up, wake up.
Kansas City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Appreciate it, Brandon. Segment being brought to you by
Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com easy.
I appreciate that. All right, we're going to be talking on the one and only Miss Burt up next, y'all. 26 minutes after the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 29 minutes after the hour. Good morning. Who is this?
Good morning, this is Miss Burt. How you?
Hey, Miss Burt. Good morning, Miss Burt. What's going on?
How you?
I'm doing good. Blessed and highly favored, saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized. I got Jesus on my side and I'm running for my life.
All right now.
What gets you up so early this morning?
Oh, I had to get up 4 days this morning. You know, I still got them children, got to get them to school.
Uh-huh. So you got your grandkids?
Uh-huh.
How many you got over there?
I ain't got them 3 of them this morning.
Uh-huh.
The rest of them, I had to send them home because, you know, we had that jazz concert. And by the time I got home, they should have been in the bed.
Right. And what song did you want to hear this morning, Miss Burt?
Well, this morning I told them children I wanted to hear me a little gospel, you know. But I ain't been known to hear no gospel come off the show.
Yeah,
I told her last time you ain't have my neck king. I'm gonna have to see if you got my Lee Williams.
Oh, you got Lee Williams? Yeah,
you know, I love me some Lee Williams now.
Okay, now Lee Williams can get down. I think did he pass away?
I don't know.
He passed away last year, I believe.
You didn't go to that funeral? Yeah.
So many folks in there, you couldn't hardly get in there, and I told them I couldn't stand outside and wait to get in.
Did nobody get you an obituary?
They go for me and bring me back, but you know, when there's so many people, they'll hardly have no leftovers.
Yeah, they now they raising money for the funerals. Now, Miss Burt, people ain't paying their insurance.
I heard they've been doing a come find me.
The what?
Come find me.
Oh, what is that?
They take up the money for you on the internet.
Come find me.
I think. Cash out.
Come find me. You know, when they get the money, when they send the money in on the internet, and you're supposed to get your money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Miss Burt. Yeah, that's how they doing it now. It's sad though. That's why people need to pay their insurance like everybody else, because you shouldn't be taking up a collection during the funeral service.
I just told him I always make sure I had a policy on all mine since day one. You never know when the law gonna come back.
That's right. Hey, Miss Burt, do you have that drawer, that one drawer in your living room with all the obituaries in there?
It's right up under my whatnot.
And you got a stacker, because I know you go to a lot of funerals.
I got 2 piles of them.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Burt, listen, I found some Lee Williams. Listen, Miss Burt, here you go.
Well, how many know?
There you go, Miss Burt.
How many know it might be my last chance?
All right, you play that, now you'll make me get up and cut, crowd, and flow.
Huh?
I said, you play that, you'll make me get up and cut, cross, and flow.
Yeah, don't fall, but get on up and cut across the floor, Miss Burt.
You know, I used to be an usher.
Right, and you got off the usher board.
Well, they took me down.
Why?
So the pastor said, "Them folks get the shot." He made like I can't get to him fast enough. By the time I used to get up there, the Holy Ghost, he already gone.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, Miss Burt, that's a good shot when one of the ushers had to come sit in your lap, Miss Burt.
I told her I had to get to the point they knocked me down, so I just laid on them.
Yeah. Yeah, it get real physical, in the churches sometimes, Miss Burt. Miss Burt, your grandson, Will K, let everybody know how they can reach his show.
All they got to do is look up the Will K show on the internet and he'll come right up.
Yeah, and then, Miss Burt, they can see all your videos. All right, Miss Burt, we got that Lee Williams on for you, Miss Burt. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
I will. We'll holler.
All right, Miss Burt, y'all give it up for Miss Burt, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Smiley Morning Show, who is this?
Hey, what's up, Rick, man?
Oh, come on, Darius.
No, it ain't even that. First, now, this serious. And,
no, you're supposed to be coming to work for Black Tony now, right?
But y'all got a situation on y'all hands. You know he's very upset with y'all. So he really, I'm just telling y'all now, y'all better get y'all, HR together, cause he protesting. And he really upset with y'all. So y'all gonna have to figure out something about, because it was a character misjudgment. Because last week y'all was talking about how he was irresponsible, and other people started looking at him like that, and now y'all got his reputation. Y'all like slander.
Oh, tell me, let me let's go back. We slandering Black Tony, and we got his reputation. And me, because y'all saying people ain't coming to work, and y'all can't just put that out there like that. Y'all are a powerful force, and you almost doing that Trump stuff. You can't be doing that, just saying stuff just because you can say it. You got to have proof and everything. Can y'all prove he ain't been going to work? Darius.
Yes.
He ain't been to work.
Okay, but it's a process through all that. You can't just start yelling out stuff like that. Like I would have been there today.
Darius, he the one calling in sick. Darius, do you know he called in sick every day? He the one called in every day.
But if he called in sick every day, do y'all answer? So y'all part of it. Yeah. See, a lot of times they say, even in the Bible, they say that you don't have to answer to every thing they call you.
What?
I'm just trying to tell you, look, I would have been there. I want to get off him. I would have been there today. But I got a problem with dating women that got big kids. And I done spent the night over this girl house today, and her son wore my shoes to school, and I would have been there, but I was looking for some shoes she had, but all she got is some cat heel shoes. All she just got all cat heel.
So you can't put a pair of her shoes on and come on up here and sit here for blacks on.
Because now she just got cat heels, the shoes with that little heel, not a heel, but kind of her shoe.
Kitty heels.
It ain't a heel. No, it's what is it called?
Kitty heels.
Oh, okay, whatever, but I ain't never walked in none. So, but this is a lesson for everybody, Ricky, and I'll just let you know this because I'm definitely going to have an extra pair tomorrow, but this is a lesson for all the listeners out there that's trying to get somewhere. And this is a lesson. You know what the lesson is?
What is it?
No, you have to take something serious, because that young man, he wore my shoes, but I can't be mad, and because he had things to do, and this is a life lesson, and the Spirit just gave me this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to close on this. And it's that when it comes to trying to get to where you got to go, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Hey, sir.
I surrender. Oh, yes, I surrender. Oh, to thee, my blessed Savior. I surrender.
Horrible. Gary, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, y'all did the Spirit move Nia, honey. That's Nia Long. We're going to talk about that next Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, 5 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Ricky, gorgeous actress Nia Long, y'all. They're saying that she is officially back on the market. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Nia has decided to officially end things with her estranged spiritual husband, Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka. Now, Nia was spotted the other day leaving the airport, and here's what people ran up to her and talked to her about.
Hi, Nia. How are you? How are you holding up?
I don't have any comment right now. I'm sorry.
There's nothing that you want to say. I mean, are you guys working things out?
Now that just ticked me out. Didn't she say she didn't have any comment?
Yes.
And I just hate people like that. I hate people like that. You are a trash. A heckler. She going through stuff. When she say that I don't have any comment right now, your next statement should be have a nice day.
Right.
Yeah, but she gave that black woman letter. So, baby, I'm like, that's letting you know, girl, no. But, Ricky, your comedic brother, Marvin Wayans, honey, he went out and said some things, honey, and here's what he said.
And I would say to Nia Long, never mind the embarrassment, never mind all that. I would say this to my daughter. I would say to my sister, are you happy? Before this moment, were you happy? Right. So work on your relationship. He's a good man. He's a dope dude. Why would you throw a dope dude away?
No,
is he out of his damn mind?
He is, because that's public humiliation.
Yeah.
That pretty much dogged her out, moved her all the way out there. Had that lady helping her move out there.
Right.
And you smashing.
Right.
And he talking about he would tell his damn daughter. Oh, tell her what? That man that cheated on you publicly, humiliated her and stuff, honey. And my thing is this is how I feel about the situation. This is just me. If I was a woman, honey, and he talking about he's a good dude and work on your relationship, all I'm thinking about is, honey, did you kiss her the way you kissed me? Did you tell her damn hair smell like Well of Awesome? Did you touch her the way you touched me? You're not coming back. Because you didn't get away with what's supposed to be for me.
All the details, Gary.
You're damn right. Now, I want to know if you did what you did with me.
As long as he didn't kiss her.
Don't kiss her.
Don't love her.
You're damn right. That's my questions. And you're not coming back here.
That's what the white woman said. Did you kiss her?
That's right, baby. That's right. So, honey, how could he say, talking about he would tell his damn daughter? No way. I would tell my daughter, honey, to keep a step in hell because you didn't just embarrass me and then did all this dog. I mean, no, honey, I'm sorry. No, that just doesn't work.
I'm with you right there, Gary.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, if your daughter comes home crying, you gonna have some words and possibly lay some hands on that man that caused your daughter that pain. So you don't know until you in that situation. Folks need to stop giving unsolicited advice. Mind your business.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's all I'm thinking
see
about.
Somebody walking through the public like that. If I was a reporter, I don't even think I would have the nerve to walk up to her and ask her anything when somebody's hurting or whatever. Here's an opportunity for you to get something out of it. And then even when she said, I don't have no comment, you reported that.
Okay. They put it all in there, so it is just a sad situation, honey. So I guess so. But anyway, Nia doing the right thing, honey. If she's leaving, honey, going about your business, girl, and honey, move on. Yes, the next one might do the same thing, but lead him to hell. Don't just stick around and stay, honey, and deal with that kind of public humiliation and that kind of mess. So that's just me. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, honey, is scarlet. On the high end, you say scarlet. On the low end, you say beautiful red. That's your color for today.
You couldn't even give us a color with enthusiasm this morning. You
No, cause that's stupid. How could men say stupid things like that? Talking about that was a damn mistake. A mistake is when you bump that car and back up and tell the people that I hit your car. That's a mistake. Not a mistake is when you didn't laid up there, honey, with another woman
and bump 60 times. 60
Thank you. Okay.
I'm saying, Ricky, the whole time.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of mistakes. Bam, bam, bam. I'm sorry. Bam, I'm sorry. Bam, my bad. 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 Bam, bam, my bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
My bad.
Too late. Oh, y'all give it up again with the team.
Yes,
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 22 after the hour. Hurricane Ian developed into a monstrous, devastating storm. Meteorologists, they predicted that it would be. Ian barreled into the southwest coast of Florida as a major Category 4 hurricane before slowing to a crawl as it made its way across the peninsula, causing widespread destruction and reportedly causing $65 billion in damages. And online from our Orlando affiliate Star 94 is JoJo, who is the midday personality there. Hey, what up, JoJo?
Hey, Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. Thank y'all for checking on us here. Yeah, it's been a rough past few days, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we heard that a record-breaking flood down there in Florida. How is Orlando doing post-Ian?
Orlando got hit hard as well. Of course, not as hard hit as our southwest Florida coast, but still, that huge storm just rolled across the state. And so, yeah, flooding is probably one of the biggest issues here in Orlando and Central Florida. Just destroyed so many people's homes, people having to be rescued in airboats. Their streets and homes were flooded. One woman had to swim out of her home because the water level was so high, and, water up to the door handles of vehicles in some cases. One of my friends told me her son and his family had to leave their apartment wading through chest-high water, carrying his 5-year-old son on his shoulders. It was rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, JoJo, what's the biggest issue that Central Floridians are facing right now?
Hey, Brad, probably that flooding is, one of the biggest issues is the flooding with the lakes and the rivers that overflowed, and then combined with all the massive amount of rainfall that Ian dumped on us, and then power outages for thousands of people, and some still actually don't have their power restored yet. So those are some of the big issues, and the downed trees and power lines. A lot of issues that we're trying to recover from.
Yeah, and in addition, good morning, JoJo. This is Maria Moore. In addition to the recovery efforts in terms of, the weather and how it impacted the area physically, what's happening with the kids in schools? Like, is that impacting kids going to school? Are the schools closed? And where are you in terms of recovery efforts today?
Hey, good morning, Maria. Yeah, that is another issue because when we go into these type of situations and disaster situations, we do use our schools, some of them, as shelters. And I got word over the weekend that our largest county here in Central Florida, Orange County, where Orlando is, their schools aren't even open today. And, they're dealing with possible damage, but also just the fact that we use our schools for shelters, and so they have to just make sure that the people who are there can safely leave and get back to safe situations.
JoJo, with Disney World and Universal being like the big prime money makers for the community out there in Orlando, how did they handle this whole storm situation? Are they still open and operating?
Hey, good morning, Roxy. A lot of our theme parks, they were closed. There was just dangerous conditions. So the theme parks closed down for a few days. I understand that the majority of them, Disney World and Universal and SeaWorld, I understand that many of them did reopen actually on Friday, and so they're back up and going again. But overall, everybody is just reeling and trying to gather themselves and collect ourselves and try to do what we can to recover and get back on track.
Now, JoJo, is there, somewhere people can go online or call to help donate, to those who were affected by the storm? Because a lot of people want to help, but they just don't know how.
Yeah, that's normal, typical in any situation like this. And thank you, Ricky, so much. But, if people want to donate toward recovery efforts, they can text the word Ian, I-A-N, text Ian to 90999, and those donations to the Red Cross will directly go toward Hurricane Ian recovery efforts. Also, the state of Florida has a Florida disaster website set up, so they can visit floridadisasterfund.org, or you can text the word disaster to 20222, and those are just a couple of the ways that you can help, and we really appreciate the love from everybody.
Hey, Judge, remember we stood out there all day giving away those turkeys? What the church we was at?
I remember that. It was cold out there that day, Ricky.
Yeah, we was out there working hard because there was COVID. We couldn't put the turkeys in the car. We had to put the turkeys on the hood of the car and then let them pull up. Right. And then they put their own turkey in the car, to keep people safe. But we've done a lot of community service together. Jojo, you let me know what you need, and I could be there. And that same whatever that pastor is, that church, I can't remember the name of it. Do you remember the name of that church?
That was Pastor Reva. She is our gospel director here at Star 94.5. So that's Majestic Life Church here in Orlando.
Yeah, let me know if y'all doing something, and I'll definitely come through, because I'm a work. I love to work, and it was just a pleasure just doing community service. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, and we're gonna be talking we're gonna be talking to you a lot more, and just until we can try to get people back on their feet. Y'all give it up for JoJo O'Neal from Star 94.5 in Orlando. Hey, thank you, JoJo.
Thank you. Much love to y'all. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 6 minutes after the hour, y'all root to the good bros out there. We got one of the bros on the phone. I'm a big fan of this next guest, man. He is a famed journalist, featured commentator, host on ESPN First Take, and host of the new podcast, No Mercy, Please. Welcome my good friend, my frat brother, Stephen A. Smith, y'all.
Stephen A. in the building.
Big dog.
What's going on, baby?
Hey, man, thank you for joining us this morning, man. Listen, man, so much to talk about, but I got to ask you now. Last week in football, we all saw that hit that Tua took, and now the firings that have had, happened after that. What changes do you expect, in the NFL? And have you heard any updates on Tua's condition?
Well, the NFL and the NFL Players Association are looking at the whole concussion protocol issue and changing and modifying some things there, because clearly what they had in place wasn't up to snuff, and that needed to be addressed. Tua's out indefinitely. They're taking it on a week-by-week basis as far as I'm concerned. To me, what happened to him against Cincinnati, that comes with the game. A play happens, you get slammed to the turf, that can happen. What made it so criminal in my mind was the fact that just 4 days earlier, he had a game against the Buffalo Bills. He got hit. His head collided with the turf. He got up, was wobbly, then fell back down, and they tried to sell us on it being a back injury. Now, come on, man. I mean, anybody could see that wasn't no damn back injury.
Right.
Okay? And so you let him come back in the game in the second half, which put him in grave danger because we saw what happened to him just 4 days later. And usually when you're concussed or you're showing, mobile instability, as they say, when that is witnessed, you're usually placed in concussion protocol, and it's a minimum of 6 to 7 days, minimum, before you're cleared. And this dude was on his back in the game, the same game, the second half, and then 4 days later, he was playing another game in Cincinnati. So to me, that's why the medical professional should have been fired, okay? Because you allowed everybody to go out there singing this song and dance about a back injury when Boo Boo the Fool could have seen it wasn't no damn back. And I still say that to this day.
Wow.
Stephen A. Smith's Rock Teasy right here, man. Let's talk about your favorite NFL team of all time, the Dallas Cowboys. We all know you're a great fan of the Cowboys. Backup quarterback Cooper Rush got these boys at 3-1. Dak Prescott got injured in week 1. Do you see a quarterback controversy brewing here, or is this just kind of...
Not at all.
Talk to me.
Not at all. He's a damn good backup, but that's all he is. He's not Dak Prescott. And more importantly, he don't have Dak Prescott's money. And there's no way in hell that Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys are going to give Dak Prescott that money and then turn around and compromise their investment by putting in the backup. It's not going to happen. It's Dak's team. We all know it. The one thing that Cooper Rush does ensure, however, is that you can prolong the wait period for bringing Dak Prescott back until he's as close to 100% as possible, because you can afford to do that when you're winning games. You may not be able to afford to do that if you had lost these last 3 weeks. But we'll see what happens. This nice winning streak that they're on, it's all cool. It ends this week when they go up against the Eagles.
So Stephen A. Smith, it's your girl Brad Tat here, and you are known to be a straight shooter.
Come on.
And for that, I know you got this new memoir out that you should have been put out. Yeah. And it's available for pre-order. Can you tell us about it, sir?
Appreciate that. It's been a long time. Everybody's been, a lot of people, family members, friends and people in the industry have been telling me for the longest time I needed to write a book. And I put it off all of this time, y'all, because my mother, who had passed away in 2017 after a long bout of cancer, God rest her soul, she had always made me promise. Thank you, bro. She had always made me promise that if I wrote a book, I would wait until she passed away. Because if I'm writing my memoir, there's some things that I'm going to talk about. There's some things that I'm going to say that she didn't want to be alive when I said it. It wasn't about her, because she know how much I loved and revered her. She's the greatest woman I've ever known, and I miss her every day. But, my relationship with my father was an entirely different matter. And so because of that, my mother just made me promise that I would never write a book until she was gone. And that's why I had waited, because people had come to me as early as 2009 when I got let go by ESPN. People wanted me to write a book from that, and they wanted me to write a book ever since. But my mother knew that if I wrote a book, it was going to be a memoir about my life. And because of that, she didn't want me to do that. And that's why I waited this long. But it's time. And, in the book I talk about, everything that I've gone through from childhood up until now. That includes my issues with ESPN. It includes my issues with my dad. It includes my issues in school, my issues in the streets, the whole bit. It's all in there.
Wow, we appreciate that transparency, and I look forward to checking out that memoir. And you also have a new podcast, No Mercy, man. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, I've always aspired, anybody that really knows me knows I've always aspired to venture beyond the world of sports. I'll never leave sports. I love my sports, don't get me wrong. It's helped make me what I am today, and I'm blessed because of it. But I've never wanted to limit myself to the parameters of sports. When you talk about politics, news, pop culture and entertainment, social issues and what have you, that has always been something that's been on my mind. It's not an accident that for years you've seen First Take tackle a multitude of issues. It's something that I spearheaded, and it's something that I insisted upon, because the X's and O's were just an excuse to get into a whole bunch of things that I wanted to get into anyway. And so for me, that's the way you help our community, by letting them know what the game is. A lot of times people misconstrue the things that I talk about and the positions that I take. They assume that I'm defending those positions or saying this is right or this is wrong.
Right.
And more often than not, that's not the case. What I'm doing is saying, yo, y'all, let me tip you to this. This is what's going on. This is what you need to know, and this is what you need to see so you can avoid those minefields. Because I'm sick and tired of us not winning. We sit up there and we seconds to 15 minutes, we exhale, and somebody else is walking away with the bag, and they're walking away with the glory, and they're walking away with promotions and cachet and all of these other things that we so richly deserve. But we gave it up because we were a bit too transparent in our strategy, and as a result, it cost us. So what I like to do is let folks know, yo, as a dude that's been in corporate America for 30 years, this is the game that I see. I want to piece you to this. And you know what's coming, and then whatever decision you make it fully aware of the potential consequences. You can't sit up there and say you didn't know, because I'm a brother that's in here, and I'm letting you know what it is.
You preaching, Stephen A. Now, speaking of First Take, man, First Take's going to be broadcasted live from the HBCU Week College Fair this Friday. Who can attend, and what can they expect?
Well, it's free and open to the public. I mean, it's going to be, near Disney World, and obviously I'm the ambassador for HBCU Week. Over the last years, we've raised about $12 million in scholarships for over 2,000 students, and so that's something that I want to continue. And ESPN and Walt Disney has jumped on board, and they've done what they could to help me in that quest to just enlighten people about elevating the profile of HBCUs and folks from, disenfranchised communities and beyond that should be attending HBCUs, because we got a lot to offer. And so you don't have to go to a predominantly white institution in order to be successful. I'm living proof of that. Y'all are living proofs of that, along with various others. There's a whole bunch of star talent that comes from HBCUs. We make noise. This is what we do. And so that's the kind of message I'm trying to send.
Hey, dog team, man, thank you so much, man. Hey, bro, I wish you would come on more, cause I watch you every day. Always.
Come on anytime.
I'm coming.
I'll be on.
I'm coming. I promise I'm gonna get that worked out, man. Let everybody know real quick, Stephen A., how can they follow you?
Well, listen, just follow me. It was Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Stephen A. Smith. My podcast, No Mercy, KNOW. No Mercy is going to be posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This week alone, I got Dana White, I got Chris Cuomo, I got Sean Hannity. I got all three coming on this week.
Wow.
And so I had LL and Snoop last week, along with Areva Martin, the outstanding political analyst with CNN. And so I'm just going to bring the noise, and that's where everybody knows where to catch me on ESPN. Now you know where to catch my podcast. And, you'll see me around. I'm not hiding from anybody.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the one and only Stephen A. Smith. Y'all come on. In the building. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. We're going to be talking to a lady that do a lot of big speaking engagements, but she has no tongue. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page. Brad, good morning.
Key issues in every election increasingly relates to your day-to-day. Stand up for your beliefs and values on November the 8th and get out and vote. Sponsored by Urban One.
Brett.
What?
I'm not, y'all. You're not there. I'm sorry, Maria.
Hey, I was ready for the switch
You're
up.
ready.
I'm going to switch y'all up. Good morning, Ricky. Let's go.
Switch y'all up. Let you do the news and you do the hot spot since you're so hyped this morning.
Hey, why not? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Monday morning headlines. Concerns are growing that Vladimir Putin will escalate Russia's war in Ukraine. Now there are reports that the U.S. is considering how to respond should Putin act on his threats. A nuclear strike is still considered unlikely, though concern about the potential for such an attack has grown in recent weeks. In other news, Ricky, the number of fatalities in Hurricane Ian's wake climbed to 87 on Sunday. President Biden will meet with Hurricane Fiona victims and is expected to announce $60 million in infrastructure funding for Puerto Rico. The fatalities so far have included 83 in Florida and 4 in North Carolina. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden announced they will also travel to devastated areas this week. Lastly, Governor Gavin Newsom signed the Decriminalization Artistic Expression Act, which restricts the use of rap lyrics as evidence in court in California. The state Senate and Assembly unanimously approved the bill in August. A variety of major hip-hop artists attended the signing ceremony, including Killer Mike, Meek Mill, and Too Short. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a look at what's happening in news. Rock T, what you got in sports?
What up there, Maria? Let's talk about these Kansas City Chiefs, man, beating Tampa Bay last night in Sunday Night Football. Indeed, man. And we just got finished talking about the Dallas Cowboys with Stephen A. Smith. That's 3 in a row.
Hey, right there, you got some people in the game, so if you want to ask me anything about that, we got fans in here.
Got some Dallas Cowboy fans in the studio. I see you rocking your Cowboy stuff over there.
Yeah, talking to Mike. But we got a hater. We got a Dallas Cowboy hater in. Come to the mic now.
Big Fred, you a hater?
Talking to Mike. So what?
Definitely.
Who's your team?
Pittsburgh.
So why you at the Cowboys? Hold on. Why you at the Cowboys game?
Cause they talked me into it.
So you came all the way from Birmingham to go to a Dallas Cowboy game, and you're a Steelers fan.
Exactly.
Right. But you put on Facebook, you just here for the drinks.
I was just there for the drinks.
I love Mike Tomlin, but y'all sorry in the mud this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Rock.
Monday Night Football tonight, Rams and 49ers. Let's talk about one of your former teammates, your former Pittsburgh Steelers players, Antonio Brown. Like, Fred, he straight tripping, man. Antonio Brown appears to have exposed himself to a woman in Dubai. That he was swimming in a swimming pool and he shoved his bare rear end in her face a couple of times. At first, Lord. The lady was not black. She was a white lady. And then he was butt naked in the pool and just kind of, lifted himself out of the water and showed his front end, his frontal side to the woman. Like, while in the pool, now she complaining to everybody, like, what's up with your boy Antonio Brown, Fred?
That dude need to get some help, man.
Like, for real.
I mean, serious, for he end up in prison or dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he seriously needs some help.
Yeah.
Gary, what you think?
You know that I don't even have a thought on it because that was very clever of him to just do that to this.
But Gary, would you like to be in a swimming pool and some man just swim by?
Oh my! Yeah, I would be in heaven. You could take me on to heaven after that. Yes, sir.
He was butt naked, Gary.
If he was a rattlesnake, honey, yeah.
So what, Gary?
If it was a rattlesnake,
rattlesnake,
yeah, boy. He showed it to her, Gary. He showed it to her.
Oh my God.
I was looking all over the internet for that picture. They didn't have it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and how I'm feeling right now too.
Take your medicine, Gary.
Yeah, I know I gotta take it.
Gary, keep your eyes on Jesus.
That's right.
When Peter took his eyes off Jesus, he began to sink.
Yeah.
A boko shot.
All I got, dog.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? The Hot Spot is being brought to you by Urban One. Key issues in every election increasingly relate to your day-to-day. Stand up for your beliefs and values on November 8th and get out and vote. Sponsored by Urban One. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, Kim Kardashian's crypto misadventure has landed her in hot water with federal regulators. She settled with the SEC on charges that she failed to disclose a payment she received for promoting a crypto asset on her Instagram feed, the agency announced Monday morning. This case is a reminder that when celebrities or influencers endorse investment opportunities, including crypto asset securities, they must disclose that they are paid endorsers. Gary Gensler, chairman of the SEC, said in a news release, Kardashian, who is reportedly worth $1.8 billion, agreed to pay $1.26 million to settle the charges over promotion on Meta's Instagram for Ethereum Ethereum Max's crypto asset, the SEC said. She will also cooperate with an ongoing investigation and has agreed to not promote crypto securities for 3 years. Her failure was that she chose to not disclose the payment, which is a violation of federal securities laws. Wow. 1.26 million because she posted something about crypto?
Yeah, that's a real thing. You had to put hashtag ad. There's all these rules.
Oh my goodness.
When you're endorsing stuff.
I wonder, did she know that? She probably didn't know.
To, though.
I don't think she would have tried to sneak to do that and knowing she gonna have to pay 1.26 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to follow all the regulations.
Right.
You're gonna end up having to pay.
That
is a lot of money. All right, y'all, moving on. Chloe Bailey has revealed that the song she wrote called For the Night is about Gunna. Ooh, this is steaming. During a recent Twitter Spaces conversation, Chloe shared, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret about For the Night. I might regret saying this, but hey, maybe it'll help my streams. I don't even know if he knows this, but I wrote For the Night about Gunna. Chloe also said that she wrote the song after Gunna appeared in an interview where the rapper said the two of them were really close friends. Chloe and Gunna, however, have never confirmed being in a relationship despite rumors of being linked romantically. She said that, and the interview inspired her to write the song. So that is really sweet, and that's cool that she telling us about that, because we did hear that they were kind of like closer than close, but it was never really confirmed. And last but not least, Bruce Willis may have retired from Hollywood due to his aphasia diagnosis, but that doesn't mean he won't be seen on the big screen anymore. According to the Daily Mail, the 67-year-old actor sold his image rights to DeepCake, an artificial intelligence-powered content optimization platform. Engineers at the Delaware-based company created a digital twin for the diehard actor, which will make it possible to insert him into film projects. The image was created using his likeness in Die Hard, The Fifth Element, and his estate will have the final say on its use. Willis's deepfake has also appeared in an August 2021 commercial on Megaphone, a Russian telecommunications company. Willis said in a testimony on DeepCake's website after the ad ran, he said, with the advent of modern technology, I could communicate, work, and participate in filming, even being on another continent. It's a brand new and interesting experience for me, and I am grateful for our team. That is awesome. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot. Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, man, I got some of my friends from elementary school. They went to the Dallas Cowboys game. I'm gonna let them shout themselves out right quick. This guy right here, like my brother, me and his mom and my mom used to club together. So I always spent the night at his house. What up, Fred?
What up, Brad? What's going on? This Fred from Birmingham.
What up, Fred?
Come on, Tawanda.
Hey, Brad, this Sean from Birmingham.
Hey, Sean.
It's Lakeisha from Birmingham.
Boy, she was fine. She was fine in the 6th grade, and she's still fine.
You better watch out, Lakeisha.
And her mama was even finer.
This Donald Silverman from Birmingham.
Be hell.
Hey,
come on, love. Come on, love.
Hey, Brad, this is Toy from Huntsville, Alabama.
What up, Toy?
Hey, Brad, this is Sam Garth, bringing it from the Good Brothers, Omicron chapter of Omega Shot Fire.
Root to the good. What's that chapter in?
Omicron.
There it is, man. Root to the brothers.
To the brothers.
What about Ego from Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated?
Well, you should have said that during your shout out. That's what your shout out was for. Put all that in there. You got to listen. Yeah, she's a little special. We love her though.
Coming up next, y'all, we got Mark Morial and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
National Urban League President and CEO Mark Morial. Mr. Mark, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Great to be with you once again. And certainly it is the month of October, and the midterm elections are coming up very soon. So first thing I want to do today is say to Black America, we must channel all of our power, all of our anger, all of our energy into being heard in the midterm election. So check your registration. Register to vote. Develop your own plan to vote in the elections. The rules may be different than they were last time. Vote by mail may not be available in your area. There may be new requirements. Check the rules. Make sure you know. And if you want to be a part
of an ongoing campaign. The National Urban League's Reclaim Your Vote campaign is near you. So go to Reclaim Your Vote, go to NUL.org and find out more about our campaign and the activations we'll be holding this week. Number 2, we want to send out prayers to all the people in Puerto Rico and Florida and South Carolina and anywhere up and down the East Coast who've been devastated or affected by this hurricane. Ricky, people have died. Many people have lost their homes. This rebuilding effort, this effort to help people get back in their homes has to be a national effort. Natural disasters affect all of us at one time or another. So my prayers are with the people of Florida, the people of Puerto Rico, the people of South Carolina, and anywhere up and down, particularly the East Coast that have been devastated, affected in any way by this massive hurricane. Then today, Brett Favre, he's a great quarterback, no doubt. But right now he is embroiled and a part of a huge scandal down in Mississippi where it appears that public officials and elected officials have misused funds meant for those who are locked out and left out. Temporary assistance to needy families, once known as welfare, to assist the poorest residents. Favre recently repaid, and that's quarterback Brett Favre, former Packers great Brett Favre, who's from the state of Mississippi, partially repaid the state of Mississippi for $1.1 million in funds. He was paid for appearances and speeches at events he did not attend, and he posted on Facebook. Now he said, "I would never knowingly take funds meant to help our neighbors in need." Here's the issue. Colin Kaepernick and Michael Vick, when they were involved in controversies, the press literally pounded them day after day after day. We're going to be looking at how the mainstream media treats Brett Favre as compared to certainly these two former professional quarterbacks who happen to be African American. Now, Favre is not the central villain in Mississippi's unfolding $94 million scandal, but he is far and away the most prominent and the wealthiest. The pillaging of public funds intended for the desperately poor is disgraceful, but even more so when the one who's doing the pillaging is worth an estimated $100 million. So the state of Black America today is we are going to hold mainstream media accountable. We're going to make sure that there's light to ensure. We do not know the full ramifications of this growing scandal, but how can public officials and prominent Americans misuse funds meant for the poor? Even the former governor of Mississippi is tied into this scandal. 43% of Mississippi's black children live in poverty compared to 14% of white children. But fewer than 1% of those eligible to receive TANF funding actually receive it. So the state of Black America today is a range of changes talked about, but we're going to keep an eye on this story about Brett Favre. But I want to remind everyone, it is time to check your registration, develop a plan to vote. We must turn out big time in the midterm elections to make our voices heard. This is Mark Morial. This has been the State of Black America. Follow me across all social media at Mark Morial and at Nat Urban League. And Ricky, see you next week on the radio.
Yes, sir, man. Happy to have you, man. You've been listening to the State of Black America with the former New Orleans mayor and Louisiana State Senator Mark Morial, currently the president of the National Urban League. So make sure you check out the Urban League's voting checklist and resources at reclaimyourvote.org. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mark. Talk with you next Monday. Morning's Morning Show coming up.